court. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson at heart. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes.
Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 288. Someone got man. Ready.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Able to spin free. He'll have a first down past the 40. 34 yards there and a first down. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
Gun.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. 20. You better be afraid of me. Kill.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
3 down.
Throwing is Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This fielded at the 2. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Undercrush.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
I'm coming for you, son.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Gerald McCoy, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike, 51. Let's go.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it with Scarlett. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Throwing is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer 1st down.
Hey, wahoo!
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Back, come on. Go.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. 50.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Panthers will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Scarlett on the carry. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Carolina.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready?
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check safety, check safety.
3rd and 2, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now Scarlett. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Scarlett. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Ready. I got it. Check.
Newton now to throw. Being chased out left. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And it's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Watch his flag. 26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Sit. 180. Watch the run. Watch the run.
1st and 10. Newton steps away to his left, and his pass incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Scarlett. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make our score 9-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That one goes for 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 50. Cat 300. Box it.
Mike 51.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 10 yards on the touchdown pass, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Ready? 180. 8.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Here we go again. Check 24.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down Broadway. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing on second down. Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play, and it's third down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Now that's absolute frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Mike 10. Quit talking about it and bring it.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Yeah, this.
Hey, pick it up.
On second and 9, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the draw, it's Scarlett. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running right, Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here we go, D.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Inside.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Panthers 15, Packers 7.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They turn to Scarlett again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Set. 180. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Great. Check nickel.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Newton now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Set. 780. Gun. Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. I've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
1st down, Carolina.
Newton now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. A toss here to Scarlett. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Ready. Ready. Time to go right now. Slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Completes it to Samuel. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in dire.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Panthers 22.